Hi, and welcome to At Home with Anita Rosner. If you lost your sense of taste due to COVID-19, I'm sorry. My daughter is in the same boat. She contracted COVID back in July of 2020. It is now February of 2021, and she is still not fully recovered. She got her sense of smell back, but as far as taste goes, she can't really taste flavors, but she can make out sweet, salty, and sour. And her biggest complaint is the texture of food. Depending on what she's eating, the texture can make eating just completely unpleasant. For her, crunchy is key and crisp, but she cannot live on chips alone. So I thought I would make something that has a crispy texture but is healthier than chips. I'm making a sweet potato, I don't know, let's call it a fritter. This dish is inspired by something I saw on another YouTube channel, My Mom's Recipe Box, where Susan and Mark Sagrin made sweet potato croquettes. So Susan and Mark, thank you for the inspiration. So let's get started. This is just one sweet potato. I washed it, peeled it, and then just shredded it on a box grater. And I'm going to peel and grate a Granny Smith apple. And by the way, do you like my new apron? This was a birthday gift from my son and future daughter-in-law. I have to say I kind of love it. And these terrific bowls were a gift from my daughter because I was baking a loaf of bread and this happened. You can't believe what goes on around here when you're not looking. So our apple is peeled, and just like I grated the sweet potato, I'm using a box grater for the apple. All right, that looks pretty good. And we're just going to add that right to the sweet potato. This dish has protein in it because I'm using a lightly beaten egg and lots of vitamin A from the sweet potato. And an apple a day is good for you, as you know. All right, I'm going to add one beaten egg. And I'm not going to do exact measurements here because I'm kind of winging it, but I'll throw some sort of recipe together and put it down in the description. Since she's able to taste sweet, I am using brown sugar, cinnamon, a couple of dashes of nutmeg, some salt. We're going for salty sweet since those are two flavors she can sort of sense. And to make it even crunchier, I'm putting chopped pecans in here. And this is pretty moist. So I'm going to throw in some breadcrumbs. I want to dry it up a little bit. And I'm thinking that a little flour wouldn't hurt, just to give it some structure so it doesn't fall apart. Okay, this looks pretty good. It smells like the batter of the carrot cake I made for my husband's birthday. It smells really good. So now I'm just going to heat some vegetable oil on the stove, and we're going to fry these up in a skillet. This is very similar to the way we made latkes. Just dropping them in. Flatten it out a little bit. I have the heat between medium and medium high. I want them to get dark and crispy, but if they cook too quickly, the potato is not going to be fully cooked. So you want to give it enough time to fully brown and fully cook, and if the heat is too high, you're not going to achieve that. When you're working with hot oil, you always want to move the food away from you so that if it splatters, you will not get burned. So you see I'm turning these away from myself. Okay, I feel like these could be crispier, so this next batch I'm going to put in there, I'm going to make thinner. So I guess I'm going to need to press them, hand press them, and then slide them in. these are done. These are going to make a great snack for anybody. But if you've lost your sense of taste and smell, you will appreciate the texture. And if you can pick up things like salty and sweet, just go heavier on those elements when you make the batter. So shall we try one? I have just plain Greek yogurt here for dipping. I'm sure you can hear the crunching. Wow, that is really, really delicious. Makes a great snack. It's much healthier than chips. If you are still recovering from COVID-19, I wish you the very best of health. To everybody else, stay safe, stay home, and I'll see you next time.